Welcome to the 5-point series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 23rd of February 1958. So we've come through another winter. We've got a population of 1,452, and we didn't actually lose anyone during the winter, so things are going fairly okay. We've got virtually no escapees. The death rate was well within control. And also what's happened is we've now completed the research that we're working on, and what I want to do now is we're going to start work on prefab panels construction. This is the research that should allow us to make our own prefabs. I think it says the research will help us understand all the possibilities of prefab panels could be effectively used in building. So I want to build that, get that underway. Also cleared this area here because I'm thinking about putting more accommodation in this area, although we got some space, but we are filling up quite steadily, and I want to make sure that is working. I've also tidied up this area now and removed those two free construction offices there, and I've concentrated all my workforce now into this building here. And also, more importantly, we're kind of just making a marginal income, but we're going to have to be very careful with what we're actually doing. I think our snow plows are still making our way back to the actual technical office here. I think maybe this technical office needs fuel. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll add you to there, so that those 30% will do. Now my fuel costs are going to start going up, so we're going to have to start thinking a little bit about that. Now, one problem we got to deal with almost straight away, because our vehicle repair bay here doesn't have power. So what we need to do is get power into here. I think we got power there and power to that one. Let me just check. Yeah, so we got power to these. So what I need to do is get power to here, but also power into this area. Now we've got our substation up there, and of course what we also need to do is plan for power to this area. So I'm hoping that if I can get a substation, really nice if I could get a substation over here, maybe opposite. So I'm not worried about the other bits and pieces. Could even push it out that far, couldn't I? Any risk with that is it might get in the way of... No, I think if I can put the... Actually, if we could get that under the power control as well, that would be pretty efficient. In fact, I think I'll push that in a little bit like that, because we do need to cover that repair bay. I think maybe we'll just slip it in behind this technical office like that. That would be a little bit of an overlap, but I think I could live with that. See, if we move it up that way a bit, we'll get really extensive cover there. And whoops, just hook you in like that. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. We only need a mud road. And then we'll just send this up here to there. To there. Part of me says go that way. Okay, what is this? This is another repair bay, so what I need to do then is put the road in like that. Put that. Ah, no. Put a road in there, but we don't need to build it just yet. And then what I'll do is cancel that, and then maybe come out to about there alongside the road, and then that will leave plenty of space there like that to accept that. Where are you going? What are you building? You're not on auto detect, are you, by any chance? And what we'll do is now what I'm going to be doing from now on is controlling the jobs, but this has to be a priority, so we'll build that. Since the end last part, we've built through here, and we've now got this substation, and we've got want to get power out to here. So we're going to build, find it. I want to get the power out to here because there's no point building anything out here until we've got that power substation built there. And I'm kind of thinking that at the moment we need to concentrate a little bit on the wood pitch extraction here, and also we're going to need this built, but we need that power line built. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I keep in the profit, or I keep this money over about 150,000-160,000. I think what we will do is build that battery connection, and we've got this area here. As you may guess, what I'm trying to do is postpone getting into this area until we've got access to that prefab capacity. I'm not actually sure. Oh, is that one road? Wow. Okay, that's different. Is this connected? Let me just see. Oh, that's a bit tight, but I think I think we'll go that way. No, I don't need that. We've got road connection there. What's this? We're going to need a road out there. There. So this is an aggregate store. I think we will make that. And what's this? This is the small cement plant. And you need to come out and probably round to there. And then eventually what we're going to do is push the road out this way, because this is the concrete plant, the silo, cement plant, got a storage there. I think the key at the moment is just well, we'll just speed the game up a little bit, and we're just trying to keep the pressure on getting the power out here. We do have these guys. They're going to need fuel as well. Of course, eventually we're going to have to get some covered holes into here so that we can effectively put in some well, we're going to need the supplies for here. So what we're actually going to need is a distribution office here to be able to keep this supplied. I don't really want to put I think what we'll do is we'll just slip a distribution office in here. I think we're going to need a 4. We could get that in there. Oh yeah, we can get it just in there like that. And we'll just assign you to that. So, as you may have guessed, the pace is going to drop down a little bit because I want to keep control of the economy, because that's going to be important. Now, one thing I am interested in is that we're now on the 6th of March, and I'm not seeing anybody out. We've just got some starting harvest. Ploughing, sorry, not harvesting. And I want to do is just see actually we'll do it. That's 31%, that's 150, that's 150, that's 31%, that's 35%, that's 35%, that's 150, that's 26%, that's 35%, that's 142%. So it looks like I've only got about 3 or 4 fields which are actually going to get ploughed in this season. But what I'm really interested to find out in is whether these will actually improve over time because they're not actually going to be harvested. The alternative is that we get a little bit of fertilizer in here. We've got 1.69 tons in there at the moment. But this is very much the experiment. I want to find out whether you can actually run a farm just using natural fertilizer. In some ways, it's a little bit of a catch-22 situation because what we need is this. In fact, this is filling up. Well, I think we might need some. No, we've got some garbage trucks in here. Let's have a look at our garbage overlay. That says 61%. That's 78%. This has got hazardous waste in it as well. Right, he's off the hazardous waste. Actually, I want to follow this guy because I want to see if he will actually go up and burn the hazardous waste. So we're just going to follow him around a bit. So he's just picked up, yeah, so he's picked up 0.2 tons of hazardous waste. Where are you going? Yes, you should go up to there. And where he should be going is just here. I want to just see what happens. So we can get up to 5 tons in here. This is burning away quite nicely. And that's just burning off the hazardous waste. Well, that's pretty cool. No resources. Now we do have a big garbage collection export here, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Because what will happen eventually is this will fill up, and what we're going to need to do is collect that manually, because this isn't an internal storage. The other thing I suppose I do need to start checking is the wear and tear on buildings, sort by wear and tear. So the wear and tear on the buildings is now up to 11%, but that's not a problem because this guy is set to automatically detect wear and tear at 50%, and they've also got access to all the resources. Just make sure. Yep. I mean, most of it's from the customs office. So from a building maintenance perspective, that is working okay. Then vehicle wear and tear, we're up to 27%. So we do need to start thinking about getting a little bit real about this area here. I think maybe we do need, this only needs gravel and concrete, so we'll get that built. This is the kind of tricky balance that we've got to do. We've got to kind of try and balance our income with respect to what we're doing. Could probably do with some more workers. Let's see. We've got 515 in there. We've got. How are we doing here? We've got 13 tons of fabric. I need more workers, don't I? Really, if I'm completely honest. We've got 3 tons of fuel coming out of there. Yeah, we need more workers. Right, we just see what the occupancy is now. What is it? Is it? 3 flats. Got 14 flats there. Got 119 there. So we do need to think about more accommodation. We've got 7 spaces there. So maybe I do need to develop this. I wasn't planning on developing it just this quick. But maybe we do. Let me just see. Workshop building. Distribution. Residential. What are we going to put in here? like a reasonable building with a little bit more capacity in the 100. That's way too big. Let me just see what we've got. Okay, we can't build that. We've got a historic ward here. No. Soviet housing project for 44 workers, but no, I want at least, I would like a couple of hundred workers, preferably. The trouble is we don't have a lot of space here. We could fall back on my favourite, which is the Jade Apartments. Say we could put in, just kind of put one there, maybe one there, and one there. That'll give us accommodation for 300 people. And more importantly, if I can get the footpaths in correctly, so for example, footpath from that back a bit, we get you like that. We can and just hook you up like that. Now these all in range of 100. When it, I would guess. Okay, we've now completed research. That was quick. Just make sure that we actually have got the ability to, yeah, we've now got the ability to make prefab panels. Haha. Wonder whether this guy's a bit far out. I'm just going to change him. Let's remove that. Come to the Jade Apartments. What I'm going to do is push you right in close like that. There's 54 meters. I think if I put you in really close like that, because I want the connection to that there. I think what we will do is switch on the auto detect. Nice thing about the fact that the construction office here has got the auto detect on from here, it means that you can switch this on and off without picking up the jobs that you don't want. And what we'll do is we'll just build in this area here. Right, back to research. What are we going to research next? What is important? Right, we can do forestry would be useful. I think maybe is it time to research geology? I can't think of anything else. Study about the influence of, okay, let me just see that then. Research. What is this? The fertilizer. What is that going to unlock? Alternative, we just have to go to geology. But I'm interested in study about the influence of fertilizers on yield. Does that mean that? And when the composting plant is there, that's just literally opening up. I think what we're going to do as an exercise is we're going to start doing the faculty of geology, because I'm not seeing anything else here. Unless, of course, the alternative is that we actually research up here. Fire prevention would be quite nice. Rail distribution, tourism. High-ranked officials, big monuments. Don't really need big monuments. Now, I think it's time to open up the geological map. The reason for that is that it will allow me to plan a little bit more. So we're going to do the faculty of geology. And we let that run. Now before we go off and check over here, we've now got power into here. That means this building should be happy. It says no workers yet, but that's fine. And what we're going to need to do is deliver the stuff that we need for this area. Because of course this needs steel, fabric, electronics, electro components, mechanics. So all this lot, except for maybe the fabric, will have to be imported. Let me just see. 5.3 tons. So you can get the fabric from here. And that's okay, because the fabric's piling up. Right, let's just get over to here. We've got this area here. And what I need over here is a factory. Where's my favorite building? Just gotta find it. We need the small electronics. No, it's got to be in here actually. What am I doing? This is where it's going to get a little bit messy, and this is the reason why. That's not, what's that? That's the dry bulk storage there. So we need a connection. I'm looking at it the wrong way round. Sorry about that. Got the small cement plant there. And what we need is that's it. Gonna be a little bit messy because we're gonna have to, actually I can turn this to my advantage. I put the prefab factory there. Now the advantage of this is that it's got a railway connection. What's the storage for the prefab? Install 97 tons of prefabs, but not really that fascinated by that. So let's just put in a conveyor connection here. A conveyor. What I want is a connection out of there. Actually, I want a footpath connection because it'd be easier to put that connection in. I put you there. That would bring the gravel to the prefab factory, like that. So we got that connection there. And what I could do, and to think of it, is give myself an option. Train, loading, unloading. Where is it? Loading small. What train aggregate loading? Where is it? Loading. Right. We got train aggregate loading here. Oh, that's way too big. Now if we put that in like that, just there. What we could do then is put that gives us an opportunity to put a rail connection in from here so that we can actually pick up the gravel and ship it around the map. We've got that bit there. Yeah, I think that will work actually. So we've now got the prefab factory in here, this set up here. Now we need just to make sure that all the road network is new vehicle type available. I think what we'll do now is, now I know where the prefab factory is, we can Now start to extend this road out like that. I just had a thought. Change you. Because I'd like to bring a road up through here. So if we go back to the train loading, we push you out a little bit further like that, we got plenty of space. Then I can take the road up through here. You can go all the way through. Could save a bit of ground here by going into there. You can push out that way. You can come through there. And you can cut through there. And then, what's this? This is the panel. Nope. This is wrong. Leave you there. We need an open store here. Because we are planning for long term now. So we do need to open storage. 330 tons of prefabs. That's the free one. That's no good. Actually, that's quite nice. If we put in that, if we put that connection in there. Yeah, if we put that connection there, like that, that's going to mess that road up, but I can live with that. And question is, would I ever come in by rail? Okay, change of plan. Don't need that road there. And then, so we've got that there. That gives us the option for a rail connection there. Where's the road connection? Here. You can come to there. And then we can put a cargo station pickup here. You're not going to pick up that much in the way. We can put a cargo station there, pick up the prefabs. Then that will leave this area relatively open for a pickup. And what we could do eventually is take the road through here, and that can go over the railway lines as and when we need it. So we've kind of pushed this out as 2 units, but I think that will work. So I'm just going to get that there. So what we need to do now is start trying to push this out. I just want to gain back to the fertility. See, the fertility's slowly improving. So if we look at this one's 36%. This one is 150, but that one's actually been sown. This is 150. Okay, we've got a new vehicle type available. We need to check that now. I need to start paying attention to my vehicle type. See, that's 40%. 41%. So it looks like we may get a little bit of a thin year. 40%. 41%. So at the moment we've got about 3 fields here. Right, so let's have a look at that vehicle type, because it looks suspiciously like a waste truck. And I'm very interested in waste trucks. There it is there. That's 1957. Maybe it was a water truck then. Let's just have a look. Water system. Okay, what truck was that then? Maybe it's the cement truck then. No, it says nuke transport. So that's probably for shipping nuclear waste. So we've now got this office set up. So that can so we've now got the this distribution office set up to supply the capability to there. We've got 183,000. Right, so we've got to work a little bit now on our capability here. So how are these guys going? They're going okay. They can get into there. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Economy. Yeah, we're making a small profit at the moment. I think we're just going to let that run for the moment. Apologies that the pace is going to be a lot slower, but I just want to, because of the field situation over here, I do really want to kind of take my time with this. What I would like to do is, we need to get this running. We also need to plan the power here. Now, ideally we need power here, so let's just put the power in next here. Let me just see. Right, I want to cover these two thingies and as much of this area as possible. How far over can we go? Let's just zoom out a bit. So effectively we've got, well, we need to cover the bitumen plant over there. So we're talking about having it this will cover that. So if I put in a substation about here, just like that, and we'll put you there. And we'll run you down alongside there. We push you. Get that. So that will take the power out to there. And you will cover that area there. So you will cover everything out to about there. So the second substation needs to be somewhere in this area here, like that, and that will cover all this area. So if I put you in about there, so we need to build the roads out this way, and then push you down here, like that. We'll hook you up to that one. Make sure you've got, this one's going to that one, that one's going to that one. So we've now got power connections through into there. I think my instinct is to get these built so that we can start producing some bitumen, because we've got surplus wood over here which we can use. So, well, this won't cost much, so I think because these guys are sat around doing nothing, and I don't really want them. I think we'll start with that there, and because these are quite low things. Going to require a little bit of steel, but not that much. I think what I would like to do is put in another distribution office in here somewhere. We don't want to interfere with the trees here. We just put in a distribution office in here. Again, we won't need a big one. Distribution office. Right, we can tuck you in there. Get you built. Because what we can do is start producing bitumen and then exporting it for cash. And then we can then pick up on it later on. So, you guys, I know you haven't got much to do, but I think maybe we can just allow them to do a little bit of gravel building. Keep this going. How much have I got stored? We've got 2,000 odd tons in there. That's going to be a bit of a challenge for the winter. So we're going to have to probably going to have to import crops going forward. Yeah, we're getting it. I mean, I could import the fertilizer, but how much does fertilizer cost per ton? But that's not the object of the exercise. Let me just see. So I don't want the truck on the prices. Fertilizer. It's 4.57 rubles per ton, but that's still not something that I want to do excessively. Actually, why am I building that distribution office? We can use this guy. Just put an extra truck in here, and he can deliver the logs. Yeah, well, well, we'll leave that. We'll probably need a distribution office out here, so it's not like it's the end of the world. We can do something like that. We can just use this guy to come out here. The other thing we are going to need out here is a gas station, because we're going to have a lot of trucks moving backwards and forwards in this area. So we're certainly going to need a gas station. Maybe that's not. Could put it in about here. Yeah, I think we'll put the gas station about there. It's kind of centrally placed, because this is where the trucks will be coming to pick up stuff and do things. So having a gas station there, plus the fact that they may want to go out that way a bit, so that would be quite ideal. Probably need to put some trees down. I think maybe something we're going to have to look into is the forestry tech. Just put some more trees in through here so that it keeps growing up. Okay. So we've now got these built. I just want to check the I think these will all be in range of the capacity. How's the happiness? The happiness is 72%. Loyalty is 38%. That's not good. I was hoping the loyalty would be. Well, we got a new vehicle type, so we can now got a reasonable. Looks like that's a covered hole. Let me just see covered holes. Still only got 62 top speed, so that's not something that we're going to need to work on. We've got power to here. We've got the distribution office set up, ready to go. What are you? We've got a covered hole there. I think what we'll do is is what sends you to there. Maybe it's time to get something a little bit permanent here, and that means that I can then set up the link to there. You can pick up fabric and deliver it to here. And you can, what's the storage in here? We'll set that to, I think we'll leave that at 30%. We'll just slowly build that back up again. And I move other things. What else are you doing? You're exporting food and alcohol and everything that we need, and that's all going to the custom shed. Now this is not, none of this is related to the, okay, so what we'll do is add you to the list, and it was it food, clothes, alcohol, yep, and you can pick up from, where is it? This is this one, isn't it? This is the clothes. Pick up and set that at 30% again, and set you to well, you can do it again. You can pick up alcohol 30%, and you can pick up food 30%. And what that will do is effectively move all the trucks from here. Okay, where are you? Okay, you go to there. And just make sure and that means I can now get rid of you. So just tighten up this road here. What have we got in here? Okay. And what we'll get is the two trucks working out of here. What have we got in here? That's the refrigerator truck. These are open holes. And you're actually exporting boards. Okay. What have we got here? Okay, we've got a little bit of a queue here with respect to this guy. Oh, these are picking up. These are for the construction office, so that's okay. That's fine. No problem. These guys can replace that. And we've got things there. Okay, so we're looking good. Yeah. But so we need the power supplies in here now, haven't we? That's true. So we do need huge construction site. So we need to build that, and that's the one, isn't it? That doesn't feel like it's connecting. That one is though. We need to build in this one so we got power so that we can run this, and then producing bitumen will give us another import stream. How much? Don't have a lot of workforce, but we can balance that because most of these industries in this area, the people walk to it. So that's good. New vehicle available. Of course, we're in 1958. Now, I'll be completely upfront. I'm a little bit behind schedule because I was hoping that by the time we reach 1960, we would already be planning and putting together our town up here. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I do need to get a junction out of here because the road that's going to go up into this area is going to be the main road from this area. In fact, I'm just thinking that road goes that way. That will be the main road going this way. I'm kind of thinking that I need some kind of junction here. Maybe we need a junction out here. And I think what we're going to have to do is practice. Well, we don't actually need a four-way junction. We actually need a what they call it. Actually, all we need is slip roads, isn't it? Because if someone from here wanted to go out that way, they'd go up that road. So all we need here is some form of kind of access slip road. Okay. We've now, wow, the research is going quite quickly actually. Of course, the research we're going to do now is the big one. No, not the Historic Communist Party. We want this one. And this is the one we want here. It's the geological map. Now, this doesn't unlock everything, as you can see by the symbols down the bottom. What it does is it unlocks oil, iron, and coal. So we're going to research that, and then what that will do is that when we come here, we look at the map, it will show us where the oil, coal, and iron deposits are. And what that will do is allow some strategic planning. But of course, it won't show us the bauxite and uranium. So we'll still be a little bit restricted from that perspective. Let's have a look at our population growth. So we got up to 1,500. So we've got no escapees at the moment. Little bit unhappy about the 36%. I just feel that we probably need to give a little bit of a shove with respect to loyalty, I think. Let's just have a look at the overall loyalty on the map. It's not that one. Where's the loyalty? Click that so it stays on. There we go. So it's kind of fairly uniform across the map. This is a little bit lower than it should be. This one's 39% over there. So 38% here. I feel now our shops are here. Maybe we need to put in a bit more incentive for monuments. Maybe we could go back to the speakers and put these in. These don't. How much resources do these take? 3 tons of steel. Looking for something that's cheap. This is a 3-division monument. It's pretty cheap to build. It gives 3.8% over 130 meters, and it's quite small to push in. So we could put one in. It'd be nice to get one in on St. There we are. We can shove that in there with a. Push one in there. Probably could do with maybe a little bit more incentive in this area. Maybe down here. This isn't as high as it should be. So if we get another little Well, there's a speaker there, though. I mean, this is the type of area where people might spend a certain amount of time. So maybe we're just slip you on this corner here as well. Better. I think we will build these covers. I won't remember where I put them. I think maybe one up here as well, because we do need to build up that. Whoops. Nope. Don't really want to obstruct that though. Maybe if we put one about here as well, that should kind of cover the area. Let's put the footpath in there. Put that there. Right, so we got a little bit of fabric in there. Got that there. Okay, I think what we'll do is send you there. And then what we can do is change the custom shed to export boards. What's the setting for boards here? 50%. Okay. %. And that will just leave our meat truck here doing the exports. Where are you? I'm just going to track this guy because I want him to drop off, and then we'll push him into this one as well. So just let him go down. A bit of a queue. Goes without saying. This is the main reason why I want to get a construction industry going, because the more we can get construction wise, the better. And then that empties out this. We can remove that connection. That just leaves the meat export there. We just need to find you a home now where you can make a contribution. Right, we actually got a meat truck there. This is our prop import building, which we might need. I think what we'll do is we'll send you to there. And your job is, right, and you're picking up meat at 50% from the hunting hut. And then the hunting hut is just there. Load 50%. And we'll just let that guy go trot up to there. And then that means I can then remove this. So it means it's a kind of a nice open square here. And just remove that little bit of rope there. So that clears out the rest of the 3 distribution offices. I mean, I could build another hunting hut. That's another option, because the hunting huts would, I mean, what's the difference in price with meat and alcohol? Let me just check. Let me just see. Meat is 267 rubles a ton. Alcohol is 291. So what gets converted here? 1.7 tons. I mean, the rate of return is pretty good. So we could produce some extra meat. I mean, that would make sense. I think I'll think about that one actually, because the question is where we're going to put it. And that's going to be something that's going to be quite important. Nothing to repair. We don't need to get workers into here just yet because I think we're still good. Although we do need to keep an eye on 29%. So we've got 20% to go before we need to bring that online. Alright, I'm aware that I'm running out of time on this video, so we'll just come back over here. Let's see. Okay, we're nearly here with respect to bitumen. Okay, so we're going to get that built. In fact, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we'll get our bitumen plant up and running. Possibly get the open store ready to go. And then what we'll be doing then is starting to try and build out this area here. And maybe, if possible, do a little bit of work on trying to get ourselves a junction up here that will kind of act as a filter road there. And also, in fact, two junctions. We'll probably get one here that would be a filter road into here, and possibly work on a proper four-way junction of elevated sections here going out this way. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.